So tonight is a special celebration, which is why at a service in church, the vestments will be gold or white, done away with the mauve of Lent. So what of Passover? Well, it was a family meal. And in that meal, the Jewish people remembered their escape from Egypt. They were slaves in Egypt and suffering under the harsh treatment of the Pharaoh. And their cries came to God, and they cried to be set free. And it tells of the story of the 10 plagues that fell upon the people of Egypt. And the final plague being the death of the firstborn in each home. They then escaped following Moses across the Red Sea into the Promised Land. And so on the evening before their departure, they were instructed to have a special family meal. They were to cook a lamb and put the blood of that lamb on their doorposts, so that the angel of death would pass over their homes. So, pass over. As a result of this, Pharaoh let the people go. And in their haste to get ready for their flee, they did not have time to bake bread and to let the bread rise. And so matzah was used, or unleavened bread. And when I was staying in Israel, I happened to share a Passover meal, and it was a special celebration because we put all white tablecloths on the tables, we cleaned all the glasses, we got the silver out, we lit candles at the start, and we shared and we blessed bread. And so it is that meal that the disciples were anxious to share with Jesus. It became known as the Last Supper, but they went to celebrate a Passover meal. And it was in the upper room. And so Jesus was anxious to share this meal, but he was getting ready for his exodus or his departure. But during that meal, he took bread. He took bread and he broke that bread. And he gave thanks, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And likewise, after supper, he took a cup. The cup that is poured out for you is the new covenant in my blood for the forgiveness of sins. So Jesus blessed bread and passed a cup around his disciples. He also gave them a new commandment, the new covenant, to love one another as he loved them. Jesus invited a new Passover based on his self-sacrifice. He ends the first covenant and establishes the new covenant, a new promise for the new era. Jesus gave himself up for us. He took our own weakness into his own body, and we are rescued from death and given the certain hope of heaven. Yes, Jesus instituted a Passover or supper for you and for me. We shall enjoy it not only this year, upon any evening, but as often and when and where we will. We will eat a life-giving, life-changing meal tonight and every time we celebrate the new Passover. In this new Passover, God gives us a special meal to remember him by, a fellowship that we are given in hope for the future. We have a sure and certain hope for that future based on our faith, confirmed in our celebration of Holy Communion, the best meal. It gives us a chance to grow in our understanding and the experience of God's love. Faith, hope and love. We love because He first loved us. Love is the greatest gift and the instrument of healing. Christ showed us how to love, gave us a new commandment to show our love to those around us. However we can share a meal tonight, I pray that you can reflect on your own discipleship, to see the best meal as a sign of our eternal covenant with God through Jesus Christ. And at this time, I share my blessings with you all.